Do you have elite performers in your practice? Dr. Arlen Hill presented a stellar webinar on who are elite performers. How do we locate them? And then how do we support their desire to be at their best? I always thought of elite performers as highly trained athletes, but I had a paradigm shift when Dr. Hill shared that executives, small business owners, moms, emergency personnel, military personnel, pilots, and sales professionals could all qualify as elite performers. In fact, anyone not willing to accept status quo and is willing to set themselves apart from their peers is an elite performer. This includes much of the aging population. Dr. Hill discusses how to identify these individuals, then how and when to coach them nutritionally to achieve their goals. One of the primary neglected categories necessary for elite performance is digestible protein. Dr. Arlen Hill shared that protein is needed for every bodily function. We need protein for growth, both bone and muscle, red blood cell development, blood proteins, particularly albumin and globulin, satiety, immune function, vascular function, and neurotransmitter production. Bioavailable protein influences the microbiome in a positive way. And let's not forget that as patients age, their bioavailable protein needs increase. That's one of the reasons why patients lose lean muscle mass as they age. He shared the following chart of how much protein we need based on weight. It's a little tricky because it's based on demand per kilogram of body weight. So a sedentary individual needs 0.8 grams of protein per kilogram. If someone gets minimal physical activity, they need 1.0 grams per kilogram. A person who experiences moderate exercise needs 1.3 grams per kilogram. The intense exerciser needs 1.6 grams per kilogram. A high intake of protein is considered 2 grams per kilogram, but according to the research, the tolerable upper limit is 3.6 grams per kilogram. Take your weight in pounds and divide by 2.2, and then use that number and multiply by activity level. For example, if someone exercises moderately and weighs 200 pounds, divide by 2.2 to get 90.9 kilograms. Then multiply it times 1.3 and get 118 grams of protein a day. Taking the upper limit for someone who's experiencing extreme physical activity, a 200-pound person could safely take up to 320 grams of protein a day. To put that in dietary perspective, consuming 6 ounces of fish or beef or 2 cups of lentils will give you approximately 40 grams of protein. You can quickly see how people with physical jobs or maintain an aggressive exercise program have an increased need for protein. Remember, if your patient has been very ill or stressed out, chances are pretty good they're not digesting the protein they're eating. You could see a link to the right on digestion. Dr. Hill highlighted the advantages of 3 protein options that Biotics produces: hydrolyzed collagen protein, whey protein isolate, and organic pea protein from yellow peas grown in the United States. We've talked about Biotics hydrolyzed collagen protein in the past. Each 2 scoops contain 17 grams of pre-digested collagen and 21 grams of protein. It comes in both vanilla and chocolate cream. Because of the way it's manufactured, it's comparable to clean bone broth with protein. It's how I start my morning every day. I brew organic coffee and add 2 scoops of vanilla hydrolyzed collagen protein, 1 tablespoon of bio-MCT oil, and a tablespoon of grass-fed butter with a hand blender every morning. It's very satisfying and keeps my blood sugar stable till noon. You can see a link to the right for a more in-depth look at its benefits. I call it Botox in a bottle. Dr. Hill made some very interesting points about Biotics whey protein isolate. A lot of people are afraid of whey protein because they're dairy sensitive. They don't realize that due to the microfiltration technology, the casein's removed, which takes most, if not all, the sensitivity concerns out of the conversation. Because it's a complete protein, it has an excellent amino acid profile with a high level of branched chain amino acids, which gives it an anabolic edge. Also, one of the product's ultimate benefits is its unparalleled mixability. It mixes easily with anything. And because it's produced at ultra low temperatures, it has a plethora of bioactive peptides beyond the protein itself. The bioactive peptides are significant enough in and of themselves beyond the value of the protein. Some of the bioactive peptides in Biotics whey protein isolate include beta-lactoglobulin, which has antihypertensive, antioxidants, and antimicrobial activities, as well as opioid-like features and an ability to decrease cholesterol levels. Glycomacropeptides, which supports digestion and has an immunomodulatory effect. Bovine cerebalbumin, which has anti-carcinogenic properties. Alpha-lactoalbumin supports energy balance and metabolism. Immunoglobulin supports immune function. Finally, lactoferrin is antibacterial, supports energy balance and metabolism, and has 8 different antiviral mechanisms. If you total up the peptides, you come up with almost 19 grams of bioactive peptides. These are in addition to the protein value in whey protein isolate. By the way, it also comes unflavored, unsweetened, and in chocolate or vanilla. Dr. Hill covered products to increase attention, focus, testosterone, and stamina. I found myself ordering several new products to try for myself. It's truly a webinar that will introduce you to the concept of connecting with elite performance patients and how to help them achieve the next level. Thanks for watching this week. I look forward to our time together next Tuesday.